This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trail Interaction. What I'm looking at today is the current war, which is what I think might be Oscar bait, which is to say it's highbrow. It involves actors like Nicholas Hoult and Benedict Cumberbatch, and it seems to revolve around the battle, so to speak, between Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison. I guess it's over which type of current will be in use. Alternating current, AC, or I believe DC. I think that stands for direct current. I'm clearly not an electrician. In any case, this is the type of movie that looks designed to win awards and to dominate at Academy Award type things. This is not the type of movie I would guess that most people will be interested in. I could be wrong, but for my money, any movie that tends to win Academy Awards, well, I should say win the Academy Award for Best Picture, does not tend to be a movie I find particularly interesting. Just not my thing, and it's consistently been the case. So, for me, if it's going to win an Academy Award for Best Picture, I more than likely do not care. It is what it is. In any case, let's take a look at a trailer for The Current War.
Thomas Alva Edison.
My boys and I caught in a jar, but before now has only flashed across the night sky.
The future is here. Hello, I'm George Westinghouse. Nikola Tesla.
I will be the greatest provider of electrical power in the world.
Better than Edison.
There's a contest between you.
This is a battle for the brightest minds of America.
I admit the camera moves look really
Today,
interesting.
the impossible becomes possible. The man that controls that current
If I recall,
controls the
Edison
future.
actually electrocuted
I hope you
an
brought your
elephant
checkbooks.
to demonstrate
You want to be remembered
his
simple.
principles,
Shoot a president.
which is
But
a
if
really
you prefer
fucked
to
up
have
thing to
what I
do, by
call
the
a
way.
legacy, you leave the world a better place than you found it.
You are building miracles out of thin air.
I'm working on something
Spider-Man.
so new the world would never be the same.
If Mr. Edison succeeds, he will set us back so far we may never recover. Sometimes we have to work outside of the rules to get what's right. That is how you truly win.
Are you implying
well,
Nikola
just in every
Tesla
venture, but,
cheated?
Did I mention that his system's lethal? His current kills people.
He's playing dirty. You can too.
You can't see the real force that moves things, and it's not AC, DC, it's not currents, it's currency.
This is costing us a fortune. Westinghouse stole from me.
Ironically enough, it is about currency too. Current as in electricity,
You lied.
and
There's never gonna be
currency
anything named Tesla ever
as
again.
in money.
Our future's not going to be paved with bricks, but with copper.
I have the better system. Westinghouse Electric shall endure.
A city of light.
I built it already in my imagination. It is perfect.
There is a possibility you'll be putting in jeopardy the lives of 28 million people.
Tonight, things could change.
Should we go for a ride?
3, 2, 1. Only one man will rise.
So what you trade?
Inventor. Fix problems for idiots.
Well, that was the trailer for The Current War. It looks a lot more dramatic than I suspect the reality is. But then again, it is a movie, and if it weren't dramatic, it would be boring as hell, and no one would care. But this is what I've commented on before. Namely, I don't go see movies based upon real things, real people. Well, I avoid it. Every once in a while I'll catch one, but it's not something I make a habit of, because for dramatic purposes, for length, they distort history. They, being movies, deliberately distort history. And that bothers me, because too many people take what they see on a movie screen as reality. For instance, what I recall of Thomas Edison, he looked nothing like Benedict Cumberbatch. They were both white guys. Other than that, there is no resemblance between these two characters. And you may say, well, it's a movie, he doesn't have to look exactly like him. And yeah, that's true. But at the same time, you're depicting a historical event with real people who actually existed. So therefore, it's incumbent to make it as accurate as possible. I said earlier that it looks dramatic, and it does. And also that the reality was probably not quite as dramatic. Why? Because reality isn't, because it's not a movie. So you obviously have to play up certain events. I get that. The thing is, people are going to mistake this for reality. They're going to think they understand what the debate, what the argument was between Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison. And in the broader sense, they might even be accurate. But they're not going to be accurate in any real way that matters, unfortunately. So this is something I will probably not see in theaters. I don't know if I'll even catch it in any other form, because movies distort by their nature. And I don't want to get it into my head that what I see on the screen in reference to this movie is accurate. It may be in the broader strokes, but beyond that, it is not. And that distorts history. And I don't like that, because, especially for Americans, we are some of the historically, I think, dumbest people on the planet. And that's hyperbole, obviously, but not a lot. We don't have any firm grasp of our past, I think, in general, in this country. And therefore, we repeat things a lot. History repeats for us. Crappy things like Trump and the immigrants on the southern border of this country. This is a terrible situation. And it's happening because we've forgotten about the internment of Japanese people in this country. We've forgotten about what the Germans did to Jews in the smaller sense. I mean, everyone knows in a broader sense, but the smaller sense. We've forgotten it, and we're repeating it again and again. And I don't like that. And unfortunately, movies contribute to this ignorance. Inaccurate movies. And I know that's not fair. It's a movie. But when you live in a country where a lot of people don't separate movie from reality all that well, it's a problem. This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trail into Reaction. That was a little ranty, more rantier than I tend to be. As usual, let me know what you think. And if you like the content, consider subscribing or at least leave me a comment. Peace.